at a Star Trek convention. And I went through to get an autograph from him, and I said, I really loved you in Masters of the Universe. And he was embarrassed by it. He's like, that was a long time ago. He just an autograph, get the hell out of here. So a lot of people have some kind of sexual fetish or kink. Not everyone, not even a majority of people. I think scientists, this actually isn't a joke. They estimate it's between 20 and 30% of adults have some kind of...
Have an actual fetish.
Some kind of kink fetish.
All right.
1 out of 5 people. It's not a majority, but it's a lot of people.
Sure.
And it's not something you should be ashamed of or embarrassed about.
No, not at all.
Unless the fetish is a shame and humiliation kink, in which case you should be very ashamed, you filthy fucking slut.
Dirty boy, dirty, dirty, dirty.
Welcome to Two Gaming Dudes. Speaking of kinks...
He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. This is not a real thing, by the way.
No, because we tried to do this with G.I. Joe, and they dinged us because we were using footage from the movie, and apparently they didn't like that. So we found this that was made by AI, and I was like, yeah, all right, let's do this.
What if Chris Hemsworth was cast as He-Man, and he had his computer make a fake trailer? It looks like shit.
Yeah.
However, the original 1983 Masters of the Universe...
Yeah.
That was the greatest shit ever!
It was awesome! I mean, apparently it flopped at the box office. It wasn't the big success that it probably could have been, but
we're talking about
how.
You're talking about the Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You were talking about the cartoon.
What I said.
Phenomenal.
What I said was about the cartoon.
Oh, okay.
The Dolph Lundgren movie was stupid. Clarify that.
All right, let's start with the cartoon.
Okay.
So that was 83, right?
83 it came out,
All right,
yes.
so 1983, Funimation, or Filmation? Filmation. Funimation was the
it was because Conan was this huge thing. Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan had become so huge, and they wanted to do something along that line.
Right, but for kids, so they could sell the toys.
And so they couldn't use the actual Conan. So they developed a toy line first, and then pieced together, how do we sell it? How about a TV show?
That's fantastic.
So it went backwards. We have a toy, let's make a TV show. Not we have a popular show, and let's make toys for it, like Star Wars. No, it was...
Let's go the other way around.
And yet, it worked out so great.
It worked fantastic. It also explains why every character in He-Man has the same muscular build. It's because they only made like 2 molds.
Right.
This is man, this is woman. And then they make the molds.
And then just paint it differently.
Yeah. So every character had to have the same build in the show to match the toys.
Except, I always thought Skeletor, we've talked about this, He-Man was more open-class bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And Skeletor was more classic physique, and I always liked Skeletor better.
Yeah.
And I think,
because
to this day, it's
He-Man
why
looked puffier.
He just looks stupid. He looks ridiculous. Much like Chris Hemsworth does in this AI trailer. But, Evelyn and the Sorceress and Tila. My whole section, I'm like 5 years old. I didn't even understand what I was looking at. I just knew this is the greatest shit in the world. Look at these women. I don't know what it is about them, but I want that.
That's awesome.
And you know what? And on the flip side,
right?
With the dudes, I didn't even realize what I was looking at, but I'm like, that's a hero. I want to look like that.
Oh, yeah. Where you're looking at the physique and you're like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want that. Which is funny that now we're in this age where all the guys suddenly look like femboys and they're all skinny and weak and
Fuck that shit.
What happened to the role models that we had when we were kids that made us want to be more?
Because we had He-Man and Beast-Man, and it wanted us so I started fucking that. They got the guys from Twilight. You're gonna go to what your childhood references were.
I guess so.
If that's what you grew up with, that becomes your idea of this sensitive, I will love you for all eternity, and then I will love you some more.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
Insert Beavis and Butthead clip.
Keep loving you till the end of time.
How come everybody whispers in these movies? And they're probably embarrassed.
So it became huge, and then, of course, they started the bastardization. Let's make a live-action movie about it.
Hate on it all you want. I loved it. I really did. Everything except the little dude. It was missing Orko.
Yeah.
And now I'm much older. I understand why you didn't do Orko. It was 1984, 85?
It was like 86, 87, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
much
even
later.
Still, it's the 80s.
There's no CGI.
There's no CGI.
Not
There was no
worth
way
the
to
shit
pull
anyway,
off
yeah.
an Orko. It would have been some kind of puppet or marionette or something.
Or
you know, on
Yoda,
strings, like
or
a Yoda
Kermit
type
the
deal.
Frog. It would look stupid. Yeah,
Yeah,
I understand.
so it was going to look awful. So you just replace that character with the new. Well, how was he? He was the locksmith and inventor guy.
Yeah, Grimdor or some dumb shit like that. I don't know. Here's the thing. I didn't like it at the time. I like it now. I can look back on it as, okay, it was fun. It was kind of He-Man, but not really. At the time, I was mad because it didn't look or feel like the cartoon.
Yeah.
I wanted the He-Man on Eternia fighter for Castle Grayskull that I was used to. And that's not
And
what
you
we
didn't
got.
get that. Instead, they were fighting out of a music store.
And later on, as I got older, I understood why. Because when they were sitting down, like, there's no way we can afford to build Eternia. We can't do a Castle Grayskull. How are we going to do a
Right.
Battle Cat? This is nuts. We're not going to be able to... All right, sorry, little tech issue. So continuing on, they realized they couldn't afford to do it the way they wanted to, and they were going to pull the plug entirely. And some executive said, all right, just have them do it on Earth, and we'll just film on location.
I feel like they did that for like a couple of things. Like I remember they did it for He-Man, but I swear there were other shows that do the same thing where they're
Maybe,
like,
probably.
we can't do it on a fantasy world. Let it take place on Earth.
Yeah, well, when they did that crappy 80s Avengers movie...
Okay, so there was that.
Like, okay, just do it in downtown Los Angeles then. Why? So we can just film it on the fucking back lot.
yeah.
All right,
It was a good
screw
time.
it. Okay, fine. So you got He-Man and the Masters of the Universe fighting in New York.
Sure, why not?
But for me, 7 years old, I'm like, well, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
There's no attack track. There's none of the stuff that I love from He-Man. This isn't He-Man.
Well, the one thing I did like, though, as a kid, and I actually like it even more now as an adult, was, and you have to help me with the name, Frank, the actor that plays Skeletor.
Okay.
Now, I remember him from the cartoon, and he was kind of Cobra Commander-ish. He was, like, kind of goofy.
Yeah.
But him in the movie was
Oh,
suddenly...
Frank Langella.
Frank Langella.
Yeah.
He was suddenly, like, menacing.
Yeah.
And dark and really cool. Like, cool enough that I actually wanted him to win. Like,
I always wanted Skeletor to win.
I'm, like, really rooting for the bad guy here because he's really good at this.
Yeah.
And he also had all the lines. And I find out later it's because Dolph Lundgren had an accent. They didn't know what to do with that. And they were just like, literally, just give him as few lines as possible. And we'll give Skeletor all the
Right?
lines.
We have one legitimate, established, trained actor. He has to say everything.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. All right, fine.
So you'll notice if you watch it again, you notice how he'll have just a mountain of dialogue. And everybody else just kind of nods or goes, like that. And
Because he has to explain it, yeah. So all in all, it's fine, but I feel like we never got the He-Man movie that I really wanted.
no, we never really did. We had a couple of new animated movies came out. Was like one from what's his putz from
The Clerks guy, Kevin
Yeah.
Smith, asshole, fucked one up. It was awful. I couldn't even get through it.
all right, so there was that. There was some other one where they made it like all high tech. That was really awful.
Yeah, they've tried several times to rebirth it with varying degrees of success.
Yeah.
But nothing is going to catch the magic of that 1983 original Master of the Universe.
That's true.
I mean, that was lightning in a bottle, man.
Oh, you got to tell the story of meeting the...
So Robert Duncan, who later played Paris in Star Trek Voyager,
Yes.
was appearing at a Star Trek convention. And I went through to get an autograph from him, and I said, I really loved you in Masters of the Universe. And he was embarrassed by it. He's like, that was a long time ago. He just he's like, fucking autograph, get the hell out of here. I'm like, what are you so ashamed about?
I genuinely liked you in that movie.
I mean, this would never happen, but if somebody approached me on the street, hey, were you in that movie Grinding? I'm like, I'm not going to get mad.
Right.
But that's the biggest piece of shit I'm going to say, you saw that fucking straight-to-video piece of shit? But I'm not going to be embarrassed by it.
No one's ever come up to me and go, you were great in Mosquito, as the Mosquito. I mean, I never saw your face or nothing, but I can tell from the weird way you walk, that was definitely you.
Hey, I was in that movie with Academy Award-winning actress Regina King.
Oh, okay.
She went on to win an Oscar several years later.
Hey, I was in my movie with the guy that played Leatherface.
I do love He-Man.
I
what?
do,
If
too.
they make a live-action movie, I'm cool with it. I don't want Chris Hemsworth in it. It's just going to be a Thor ripoff.
Yeah, I mean,
Could you do a He-Man now?
I don't know. I mean, you could legit do a He-Man on Eternia. Like, all the tech exists.
No, I
so
mean...
you could do it and make it feel, like, real.
I mean, would you be allowed to do a He-Man?
Yeah, that's the part I don't know.
His very name is He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
Right, which is all
It's
the
all
man.
I don't know that... Because they tried it. Let's make Tila the hero now. Like, fuck
off.
I don't know that it would work. That you'd get away with... Maybe now. Now in the Trump era 2.0...
Maybe you get away with it
you
now.
can do some sexist shit and it's okay. Maybe.
I don't know, but you're not wrong. Where I just it wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same. No.
No, and it certainly wouldn't be anything that would actually like capture a culture.
And it's not even.
It would just be a movie.
This is the weirdest, ironic thing because there was nothing about He-Man that screamed toxic masculinity.
No.
He was all about love and peace and cooperation.
Yeah.
Acceptance and cooperation.
Literally at the end of every episode.
Right.
He would talk about today's episode was all about friendship.
When someone's different from you, you should embrace them and be their friend anyway.
Yeah.
It was literally about embracing different... But I think it would be... big muscle guy has to save the day. I don't know. I don't know that it would go over.
I don't know.
Modern audiences.
I don't know either.
Which is fine. Make it for our generation then.
I would love that. I don't know who would actually be in it. Probably would be Chris Hemsworth, but seriously, I don't know.
Well, he's roided up for that Hulk Hogan movie that got the plug pulled.
Yeah, so while he's still roided up, hurry. Toss him over
Hurry
to
up
He-Man.
before he starts shrinking again. We get Gina Carano as Tila. She'd be awesome.
Oh, dang. Yeah?
I'm going to start floating this out there.
I kind of like that. You need someone really hot and sexy also for Evil Lynn.
Lynn, yeah. That's easy. You could find actors. That's no big deal.
Fair enough.
This would be great. It would be great.
I would love that. Were you a fan of He-Man? If you were, then you got to leave some comments down below. Let us know what that series did for you as a kid. And because I know a lot of gay dudes love our show, you got to tell me that this was something of an awakening for big muscular bears, right? Right?
I guess. I don't know.
We didn't have anything like this until this showed up, so...
Should we ask Josh?
I don't know. There's a couple people we should be asking. Leave some comments. You know what to do. And then don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you haven't.
Hey, do gay guys like the original He-Man? Question mark.
Yeah, all right, we'll see. If we get a response, I'll put it in the comments. So,
Our friend Josh is our spokesperson for the entire gay community.
We'll see you in another
All right.
episode. Later.